Hi, friends. Welcome back to Garten of Banban Revisited. Today we're doing Garten of Banban 3. I've been looking forward to this one because this is one of my favorites in the series, along with Banban 7. So, like I said, we're replaying this, and we'll also be looking around for some secrets and stuff. I think there's like two super major secrets, but we'll get to them as they naturally come up in the game. Let's go. For a parent looking for their missing child, time is a delicate matter. Click at the clock to advance time. Nothing happened. That happened. Why is this so low resolution? Drawings. Here we are. The Garten of Banban. Queen Balancelia says, jump as much as you like, but never to conclusions. The naughty ones say, finish your homework and be nice if you don't want to join us. Yes, Sir Dadu.
Glad to see you've made it. I don't know how you did it, but then again, you survived a giant elevator crash, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Also, again, I apologize for hitting you over the head. In fact, it is for this reason that I believe we should not meet face to face. You see, for whatever reason, I am prone to violent instincts, and I do not trust myself to not give in to them again. I have locked myself inside of a surveillance room. That way I can help without being a danger to you. We are currently on the lowest floor to remain active before everything went awry. There are many floors below us, but they've all remained closed and abandoned for quite some time now. So just make sure not to fall. As for your children, I don't know exactly where they're being kept, but I know someone who does. Head to the aquatic sector. That's where he resides.
Okay. I just wish I could skip that. Actually, I wouldn't skip it in this case because... But I wish I could just grab my drone. Anyway, before we go in there, we're gonna read this. I knew I was an unlucky person, but this is a new standard. I leave a busting floor for the washroom, which would have been peaceful if it wasn't for a giant bird walking around. I doubt I can keep this quiet for much longer. My breaths are getting very heavy. What's the bird doing outside of his own containment anyway? I thought they were showing off the short purple creature because we were behind on schedule. This is not how I imagined my end would be. Wow. Oh.
It just hit me that you need the key card to operate the cable car. Shouldn't be too hard to find one. Literally.
I didn't remember there being this one, but now I remember. A little announcement from Banban in this room. Anyway, let's read this. Dear Mommy, the nice jellyfish is very strong. He carried everyone to here, but Miss Mason hates him, and I don't know why. Sad face. Okay, so let's introduce you guys to the characters. So we got Nab Nab, Queen Batsilia, Slow Saline, Zambosauce, Bambolina, Banban, Opila Bird, Captain Fiddles, Sting Flynn, I forgot his name, the Frog Dude, and Nabnalina. Okay. So basically what we need to do here is clean up the crayons. And then we have to use that scanner thing in order to scan the room for no crayons. Yeah, but yeah, for those who missed the other games, we meet up with this guy, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna help you find your children, basically. That pretty much sums up the other games so far, or our story. We will be talking about kind of like what comes in the future because, like, you know, this is a revisited episode. We're doing this with the knowledge of the other games. I don't know if I forgot any. Hopefully I didn't. Then I would have to go through that whole sequence again. Yay! Gimme. Thank you. Alrighty, let's go. Oh, hi, Nab Nab. Aquatic sector. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this is like at least my second favorite in the series. There's a lot of fun stuff in this game. Not exactly fun in terms of gameplay, but I mean, I will say this probably is one of the better games from a gameplay standpoint, but I think it has some like stuff that makes me laugh a lot. Ah, dang it, these don't have the collision. Alright, go here. Let me go see what's over here, because I need to find all the notes. Here's one. Okay, I need to scan a QR code. I don't think I've seen this one before, actually. Hold on. Just grabbing my phone out. Alright, let's scan this baby. Okay, so we get a picture, a weird looking picture of the top of Bambolina's head in a black and white kind of feel. But I don't think I've ever seen this one before, so let's read it. Bambolina was approved for manufacturing earlier than scheduled to aid with Case 6 situation. Appears this was a mistake. Prior to the introduction to Case 6, Case 7 inhabited identical behavior to Case 6 before they introduced to their human genome donor. A course of action that will not be done with Case 7 to avoid a similar situation. Said behavior is non-violent and involves confusion regarding their confinement, but overall they remain cooperative and fairly testing. After Case 7's introduction to Case 6, there's been a noticeable decline in Case 7's cooperation that worsens by the day. An alarming rate, Case 7 would outright refuse to do what they ask, a behavior that was never observed prior to their introduction to Case. The correlation is undeniable, and what might have been confused to the behavioral shifts is being looked into. Case is not ready for presentation. Okay, so they made Bambolina in order to help Banban with his issues, I think. Bambolina says there's a right something for everybody, you just need to look. I mean, I've been looking my whole life. I've been single my whole life, man. The closest thing to a girl kissing me was my dog. Alright. Key card. Giant key card. Anyway, let's go say hi to my boy, Stinger Flynn. You love him, I love him, we all love him. He's gonna be like, leave this place while you still can because it is a bad place here. Also, let me show you something and beach. We need to find the beach. Hello, Stinger. Yeah, I'm gonna walk on your tentacle real quick. Oh my gosh, it's kind of laggy, but hello. I'm just gonna walk under you. Wow. How does Stinger Flynn talk? I don't think he has a beak under his head. Cause don't like squids or actually I don't think jellyfish have any beaks. I was thinking of like squids and octopuses. But no, Stingerflin's a jellyfish. Hello. I love that sound effect.
You've had a rough day, I can tell. You diligently wait for the moment you leave this wretched place with your child in hand. I can also tell. Not to undermine your efforts, but I fear that moment may never come. I cannot let it happen, and I will gladly show you why, but after I do, you take my advice. Leave this place while you still can. Erase it from your memory. Move on and forget any of this ever happened. And I promise you, tomorrow will be a better day.
I forgot that Zolfius is here too. Hi.
Welcome to my home.
It's beautiful.
Or at least, what was supposed to be. Down in the dark
Stingermobile.
depths of the facility. The circumstances force you to do things that are out of your nature. When I feel that I'm straying too far off my original course, I head to the room you found me meditating in to mentally regroup. I come to this place, and then I'm reminded that what I'm fighting for is worth all of this pain and suffering. Of course, none of this is real, but it all could be. I have never had actual sun rays touch my skin.
Wow.
Imagine that. And I yearn for the days that they find me. I need the children to achieve that.
Why do you need the children?
I will practice
Tell me why you need the children, and I'll give you
whatever I decide
the
to do with
children,
adults,
even though you already
I will
have
make sure
them.
to keep one alive and sane so that the surviving children are delivered to the surface safe and sound. And of course, to deliver me to where I choose to be. Oh, to live the simple life of a completely brainless jellyfish, just munching on shrimp and avoiding getting eaten by turtles all day. You never appreciate how calming it is to have no conscience until you have one. I admire your courage, so I am giving you the chance to walk away. Take it. That way you won't lose both your life and the chance to see your child.
Wow. Oh yeah, isn't there like a Stingerflint section where you have to do the same minigame from Banban 2? Whatever.
No liver, no intestines, but most importantly, no pancreas. You, sir, need to have more organs. What am I supposed to eat when there's nothing to eat? Guess I'm going to have to look elsewhere.
I love how Banban's tongue is animated. That's so funny. Alright, now we get to be Stingaflynn. Yep, wake up, Stinger. We got business to take care of. I don't know why, but you have to do right click in order to shoot your thing. Alrighty. I actually have a strat for this one. You can kind of just go down here and do it like this. Oh, come on. Okay, good. We're done. Okay, yeah, I forgot how high Stinger Flynn jumps, too. It'd be kind of cool if they brought, something like this back. Like, maybe you'll play as, like... I mean... I was gonna say Flumbo, but we technically already played as him, basically. Actually, we literally have played as him. Hello.
You are not one of them. You are new. You need to hide. They are coming.
I love the way that Slow Sleep just zoom. If y'all are wondering who Flumbo is, he's a character that shows up in future games. Actually, he doesn't show up in person, but we'll talk about him like in the later games. Anyway, now we gotta collect criminals to put in Toadster's jail, because that's what we gotta do, apparently. Of all places, Stinger Flynn decided to put us in here. Still a bit of lag, at least on my end, but should be fine. It's not like unbearable lag. Actually, it could be, depending on who you ask. Cassette tape. Yay. Yippee! Hold on, did I miss? I could have sworn there was a note in here. Yeah, there's one right here. This is about Banban apparently. Let me bring out my QR code scanner, aka my phone. Party hats. Cool. Okay. Banban remains in an unstable mental state, attacking anyone and anything that attempts to approach them, not responding to any instructions delivered through speakers. Despite having released for solitary, so like solitary confinement, for much of the day, they choose to stay huddled in the corner of their holding chamber, choosing pace around while whispering to themselves insensibly. Words that were made out include, but not limited to, Givanium, Pancreas, Weverly, and Uthman. Context to usage of these terms remains absent. A request to upper management has been submitted regarding usage of orthodox methods of sedation, such as application of modified Givanium solution, and potentially the introduction of a companion. We await their response. Case is not ready for presentation. I'm assuming that they're talking about Bambalina, like the person that they're gonna bring in. There you go. Hey, Batman.
What happened to you is one of Stinger Flynn's tricks. He left for the progressive sector, but we have something more important to deal with right now. See Nabnab's room? It's open now, which means he's inside. He's on the hunt, and it's too dangerous to do anything in this state. We have to deal with him. Luckily, I have a solution, but you won't like it.
I will, actually.
Head to the medical sector and we'll talk there.
Well, before we do that, we're gonna read this. Wait, can you? Hold on. Oh, I can use the arrow keys to look around while the... That's funny. Anyway, I'm gonna scan this, and I'll describe to you guys what I see. Slow Celine. Cool. Anyway, this is about Stinger Flynn, case 13. As has happened in the beginning with most prior cases, has finally started showing signs of body and brain activity, which means actual testing will be possible soon. Democracy for 2 to 3 weeks has been observed in all prior cases when Givanium and the genomes are first mixed and placed into a body. Case 13 is an abnormality in this aspect. Case 13's body has been only in the expected dormant state for a single day, and the neuroactivity has already been observed. This is new. Proposed theory is this phenomenon being a direct result of the modifications applied to the Givanium solution being used under the testing with case 12G, which would allow for maximum loading speed. Case is not ready for presentation. I am not good at reading these. I admit it. I'm not good at reading those. So yeah, apparently if you go in there, Nab will come out, but I don't feel like getting a jump scare. But before we go to the medical sector, we're going to go back to the ground sector and play this tape that I got. So I'll see you there. Here we are. Let's play that tape. Oh, is that Toadster? Because there's a toad. That's kind of funny, honestly. Okie dokie. To the medical sector. Alright, here we are. There's also a note here. Okay, no QR code. And this is about Banban. His rebellious behavior remained unchanged even after the introduction to Case 7. So alternative methods were approved by management to encourage cooperation. One such better method was the introduction of a newly not modified Givanium solution engineered to lower the functions of self-thinking in any cases. Case 2 of Type 5, which is responsible for one's brain functions. This newly modified Givanium solution will never be applied again, and all excess material will be locked away under heavy sedation. The new solution was applied to Case System. So shortly after Case 6 appeared to experience excruciating stomach pain, so aching it fell on its knees while holding its stomach before undergoing significant physical changes. It appears the solution was so effective at limiting self-thinking that K6 fell victim to his primitive instincts that were so bad trying to avoid. Case is not ready for presentation. Alright. Before we head into that room over there, we're gonna look around for any, papers. And then we'll head in and get our stuff done in there. Alright, I don't see anything. Let's go. Hi.
When Nab escaped, it wasn't long before workers started to disappear. Of course, precautions and trading can only get you so far, so we had to think of a more permanent solution. Nabnalina was that solution. We had a theory that Nabna was as aggressive as he was due to his loneliness. We never got to prove this theory right, as the collapse happened during the surgery. That's where you come in. You'll be carrying out the final steps of said surgery. Juvanium-related procedures are very delicate, so I'm going to need you to pay very close attention to these instructions. The hard part is already done. All you need to do is mix the right concentrations and inject her with it about 6 times. The machine with the droplet symbols is where that's done. When it's time, the screen will light up with a symbol of the needed concentration. For simplicity, the concentrations have been represented by colors. Mix and achieve the right concentration, then collect it in the syringe and give it to Nabnali. The machine with the colored pipes will occasionally shift to the wrong colors, and when that happens, use the given tongs to revert them all to their normal state of green. The buttons on the walls will also malfunction at times. When that happens, hit any ones that are lit with your drone. The excess juvanium that you can find in the room will deplete when anything malfunctions or when a concentration is needed to be delivered. The procedure stops if any of the 4 depletes completely, and what happens next is never good. Only the best of us perform juvanium procedures, but we don't have much of a choice. Good luck.
I love they can jump up here. It's kind of funny. Anyway, here we go. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's get this in here. Boom, boom. Alright, what's next? Alright, I think that's good. Oh. Oh, yep. That's the last one. Yippee!
I hope that wasn't too hard.
It honestly wasn't.
Anyway, grab the audio disc and head back to the aquatic sector and play it on the big speaker in the lounge. Time for a spider union.
Yeah. Let's go. We. I love this game. I love how dumb it is. Like, I know it has its flaws and all, but I usually look past that. Alright, here we are. Wait, hold on. I know it sounds crazy, but what if I... Okay, it can't go through. Hello! Get ready to have smoochy time. You're looking a bit freaky, Nab.
At last, he's no longer miserable. I'm surprised they both weren't originally members of the mutants below. They certainly fit. This is...
Oh no, not Banban. What happened? Oh no, there's a party at here. Alright, time for my favorite part.
You have overstayed your welcome here.
Yeah, I have.
I even made you an offer, but guess what? Accepting it is long overdue.
Yeah, it is.
Don't worry, I won't get rid of you or collect you just yet. I was never one to abide by wastes. An old friend needs you a lot more than I do. They too are on a path to achieve peace of mind.
Who is it?
I already have more than enough subjects to move forward with my aspiration and my ultimate mental refinement. You just take a little nap while I transfer you to where you're meant to be.
Here we go. I love this scene. Hey, you. You're
Hey,
finally
you.
awake.
You're finally awake. Can't blame you for taking a nap. Feels like we've been in this car forever. So, Stinger, when are we arriving at this place called Beach?
I believe we are lost.
Nice. You had one job and you messed that up somehow.
I am struggling to locate the being who asked for your opinion.
Oh!
Can you just put some music
Owned!
on since we're gonna be out here for a while?
Yeah, punch some music.
For the abundant dark, or truly floating cars. I'm a fragile broken heart, fleeing up the infestation.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Apila, what do you think about this? Awesome. Captain, what about you?
Due to you, I've been praying for Donna and I lived with you. Oh, 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 the baddest feeling in my bow. Oh, oh, it's
Okay,
the only
decent
garden
answer.
that I know. Oh, oh, I'm sucking searching all alone.
Can
Oh,
you stop
oh,
vocalizing for just 1 second so I can focus on the road?
What do you mean, focus on the road? We've been going in circles for hours. Never trust a jellyfish.
But I'm
Am I
not
right,
scared.
Abdullah?
I'm not scared of my rivals. Don't tell me I got time for it. Eye for an eye.
If your
Don't
pathetic
spread
mouth
light
utters
on
another
me.
infuriating sentence,
I'm not
I'll stuff
scared
the
of
whole
my
volume of those stupid party hats in your head.
rivals. Don't tell me I got time for it. I love the way he just launches us in the air. I love that scene so much. Okay. Wait, can I open this? Ah. Hello, Tamachaki and Chamataki. Yay. Sonic! I gotta go fast. I love it. It's purely just so you could just spam the tentacle lightning thing until you actually get it. There we go. You can't really make it consistent. Givanium!
Finally, you're waking up. I was getting really bored, and that fella over there isn't much of a talker. Plus, it's scary.
He's
here.
exhausted
That
after a
big guy
smoochy
keeps
time with
checking in on us.
Nolina.
These were some sort of dolls.
Yeah.
We could use that to our advantage to try and escape. He cannot know that we're alive.
I heard your mic
Every
pop.
time we move or change something in the room, let's make sure that it's back to the way it was before he checks in on us again.
Okay.
This way, we can inch our way towards escaping, all while he doesn't suspect a thing. In other words, from his point of view, the room must remain unchanged. When he's close, the lights change color, so run back to your chair when the lights change. I don't know where to start though, so you give it a try.
Sure, buddy. Friend. You were cool enough to enter? Yeah. Oh my gosh, this table's big. Alrighty. Boom. Boom.
Hey, come help me solve this equation.
Yeah.
Quick, sit down. He's coming. Maybe now isn't the best time for education?
She's over there. Okay. Let's sit down. So, did you see the big game last night? No? Me neither. Hi, Josh. Alrighty, here we go. Let's do this. Come on. There we go. There's one. Come on. There we go. Ah, come on! Wait, can I just stop it right now? No, I can't. Okay. Hi. Please don't tell me that I missed something. Good. Thank you. Alright, let's go, Bambolina. We make a great team, Bambolina. You and I, we're not so different. I love the way she walks. I respect it, Bambolina. Hey, you're not allowed to, you're... You shall not pass! Okay, you can pass now. I cannot get over how she walks. The animations in these games are so goofy.
I'm heading.
Wait, take me with you.
And
No,
it's
no.
gonna be there before the 4th lesson starts. Trust me, you do not want to miss that one.
I don't. That's why you should take me with you.
Eagerly awaiting my return, so up I go.
No, take me with you. Take Bambolina, take me with you. No, no, no. So there's Captain Fiddles and a girl at Bring a Friend Day, I think. Cool. I can see him like with his legs and stuff. Also, there's a glitch here. The freaking tram thing doesn't exist. So there's no way to no death this. So I have to jump off a cliff. Alright, here we are at the progressive sector. Progressive insurance. Oh. The jellyfish. Give me a sec. Let me scan this. Jumbo Josh teeth is what I get from that. Anyway, today marks the first day that Case 13 was introduced to its human genome donor. Okay, so pretty much everyone was based. Every monster here was based on a human. Cool. In clear contrast to what occurred during the Revolution Day of both cases 6 and 7, which resulted in complete meltdowns of their cases. Case 13 assured the original genome donor that was aware of what it was in its typical calm matter. This is despite having described identical events to what Case 6 has described regarding their bodies, such as an unexplainable immense pain that persists across the entire bodies, as well as sharing similar physical attributes, such as body growth and the presence of many large veins. With the management's decision regarding the risk of presenting a case that is intelligent and unpredictable case to clients. Huh. Yay. Okay, so guys, this man right here, this is like one of the best characters in the game. Mr. Kebabman says, be yourself, no matter the cost, unlike me. Okay. Now let's go through like 10 of these doorways just to get to the next part of the game. Ooh, no. Jellyfish again. What do I get? Nab teeth. Hands-on testing with Case 13 has started and deemed very promising. Case 13 is even capable of fluent speech despite not even having a mouth. I mean, to be fair, pretty much no one has a real functioning mouth. They kind of just say words. Like, they don't move their mouths or anything. Primitive instincts and its proneness to unwarranted hostility that were previously observed cases seem to be completely absent from Case 13 if accidental stinging is to be disregarded. However, aggressiveness is still presented when Case 13 is provoked or when any of the questions go unanswered. Aggressiveness never involved excessive violence or fatalities, despite Case 13 being completely aware of its impressive physical strength. Current testing involves introducing Case 13 to basic human etiquette, such as shaking hands without singing. The following phase of testing will involve informing Case 13 with its mission. At this rate, Case 13 should be just as ready for its upcoming Bring a Friend Day as Case 12G. Case is not ready for presentation. Okay, let's keep going. Here we go again. Alright, over there. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite boss fights in the whole series. Or just try to hunt Tool on me. And that joke was so not funny. Alright. That's one. Again? I kind of like the music here too. Alright, 2. One more. If it goes over there again, I'm gonna lose my mind. Actually, I won't. I just say that I will. Alrighty. And kaboom. Alrighty. Oh, okay, well, that was Chamataki and Tamataki, Zolphius and Bitter Giggle. You guys can pause it if you want. There's no real message there, just foreshadowing. Bitter Giggle, Garten of Banban 4. Alrighty. So, before we head to the big finale of this game, there's 2 major secrets that I want to get before the hand.
Behave or get banned.
And I'm going to show you the first one right now. It's a key card.
Hand over your pancreas. Behave or get banned. Hand over your pancreas. Behave or get banned. 3 stones with 1 bird. Hand over your pancreas. 3 stones with 1 bird. Open sesame.
Alrighty. Actually, there's also one in here. Or a tape, I think, specifically. So let's grab that. Hello. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, here we are. We're in the medical sector. And this is now accessible to us. Yay! There's a note in here too. Yeah, there is. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this first. I don't remember what the code is. Huh. Huh. Hold on. I had to memorize at some point. Huh. Well, I'm gonna read this first. If management's sense of humor is this bad, then no wonder this establishment is having difficulties running a kindergarten. They waste God knows how much resources on a prank room like this for employees to find and then complain about financial difficulties. Even worse, it's only found on the day the world ends, so it couldn't even get out a few laughs it was supposed to get. If we survive this, someone needs to control our budget priorities. But then again, whoever set this up is gone already. So this would have been have to be done anyway. Wait, what if this entire thing is a prank by management and everyone is actually okay? This is my chance to become popular around the place, and I better not waste it. Alright, I'm gonna figure out the code for this. Okay, so it's apparently this. There we go. Oh my gosh, there's another note. I started doing my own research on the side regarding our decision. We really shouldn't have thought of this better. We should have thought this through better.
We didn't think about long-term consequences. We were very selfish. He was never going to be normal. And assuming we could get him out of this place with his size, what's next? What house would he fit in? What school would accept him? What government would follow us to keep this abomination around? Let me answer you, none. We haven't ever seen what he's capable of when he's scared or angry. I don't want to imagine the consequences. Not to mention how dangerous it is to keep him around those other monstrosities. He plays with them like they're toys, throwing and commanding them around than everything. Sometimes life denies you beautiful gifts, and we should have accepted that. But we're doing the right thing here, and I'm proud of us both. Okay. So, I'm going to play that one tape that I got earlier, and then we're going to head back to the aquatic sector, and I'll show you what this thing plays. Alright, here we are one last time to play this epic tape. What the? Oh, hold on. Okay, it's because I reset the thing. Okay. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you can watch this. But there's another one. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to show you. Kind of cool. He's got his little hellish form. Anyway, to the aquatic sector. Alright, we're here. But before we go in there and play the thing, we're going to go in here, actually. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, there's a tape in Banban 2 that I think I missed where Bambalina is, like, in a corner. Like, being, like, Bambalina, I guess. But you can watch it on, like, YouTube anyway. I mean, you are on YouTube right now as we speak. But watch till the end still, because we're close to the end. I'm just showing you a few little secrets that I have never talked about before on this channel. Here we are. Case 22, Type 6, Givanium Clay. Or Cloy. Tamataki says, we carry our home wherever we go. It's totally worth it. Chamataki says, practicing safety saves lives. Practice safety everywhere. Okay, so this is Givanium. This update report will serve as a follow-up to the concerns of the recently discovered phenomenon, internally genome cloy. All research regarding the subject has been conducted on undisclosed cases. Registered cases remain uninvolved. In short, it was found that when the subject and system is overloaded with different genomes, the body will enter an irreversible state in which all but one genome are set to circulate through the body, with the rest of all getting disposed of. This reveals the critical necessity of ensuring that each case receives the genomes from no more than 3 sources or donors, lest we are left with cases that are permanently animalistic and wild, with absolutely no place in a kindergarten. The genome that gets preference in the genome cloy event remains to be discovered, but it has been theorized that it is whatever genome is most different from the rest. Studies on Givanium continue. Alrighty, well that's this room. Now to show you the other secret. Alrighty, time for our final secret, and then the grand finale of Banban 3 at least. Unrecognized assembly called Practice Emergency Protocols. And now I think Zolphius shows up. Yep, there he is. Hello. He is sorry. Interesting.
Oh, see you later, Zolphius. Until we meet again in Banban 4 and Banban 6. Actually, does he show up in Banban 6? I mean, I think he does in the dream sequence, but... Well, either way, see you later. Behave or get banned. Behave or get banned. Hand over your pancreas. Hand over your pancreas. 3 stones with 1 bird. Why is it coming from over there? It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! First try. Remember struggling with that part on my first playthrough. Is that Stinger Flynn over there? I can see something glistening.
Okay. Bird riding is a new one. I'll give you that. What drives you forward so vigorously? I refuse to accept that it's your protective parental instincts. Oh, I know. Someone has given you false hope. Promised you what you want when all along they had one thing on their mind. Pancreases. At first, I was confused by how everything was going perfectly in your favor, despite you never being here before. And then it hit me. Someone has to have been guiding you.
Yep.
And as with most things, I was right. You did have help. Your friend here has helped me tremendously. Thanks to him, I bore witness to very vital information. What information, you ask? Well, when my turn comes, I will simply prevent myself from turning into what he turned into.
Hi. See you later, Banban! Yeehaw! Now in a few seconds we're gonna see Banban coming after us. There he is. I kinda like the music here, honestly. I think this is where the Banban OST actually gets decent. Alright, I think this is the last one.
You can run away, but the smell of your pancreas will always draw me to you.
Go get him, Josh. Oh my gosh, you're big. You're even bigger.
It's kind of crazy how Josh can just completely solo Banban, even in his hellish form. That's how OP this guy is.
Stop it, you two.
Well, see you later. It's been real. Just you and me, buddy. Little Beak. Find the kingdom. Find the sheriff. Do not let the jester find you. Alright, so... this is definitely one of my favorite games in the series so far. I think it has some really cool moments. And it was really fun revisiting this game. I really miss making Banban content. At least like the official ones. And I'm really excited for the next one to come out. That's why I'm doing this. That and to get more views. So it's been a fun ride so far, everyone. So of course, subscribe for more, because I'll be playing Banban 8 when it comes out. And until we meet again,